You probably don't know me, but odds are you feel bad for me. You see, I'm Prospector's wife, Tara. I know what you're thinking. Oh, that poor woman. The truth is, he's the sweetest guy. Most of the time. But when he starts rambling, yeah, you have no idea. It's actually far worse than you can imagine. Here's a little taste of my world. It's time for Prospector's Picky Pet Peeves on Rock 107.
The dining out edition. Restaurants acting like no substitution is part of the Constitution or something. You're charging me $29 for pretzel chicken, but swapping the mashed sweet potatoes for regular mashed potatoes somehow requires a summit meeting with the chef? You have them. I see them on the menu with the steak, but no, order the chicken and you can't possibly expect a line cook to dip a spoon into a different pot.
Nobody cares.
The family that lets their kid watch cartoons at full volume in the booth behind you. Nothing says relaxing Mother's Day dinner like hearing Bluey getting blown through an iPad speaker that sounds like somebody microwaved a walkie-talkie. And the parents somehow stop hearing it. Dad's just staring at a wall. Mom's halfway through a margarita pretending this is normal behavior. The kid's running a full movie theater out of a ketchup-covered tablet, and we all have to accept it?
Good Lord.
And fancy restaurants where the menu descriptions sound like a Civil War letter. You open the menu and suddenly you're reading locally sourced production over a bed of seasonal essence with hints of smoked heirloom aioli. Brother, is it meatloaf or not? Why are restaurants talking like a wizard wrote the menu? I don't need my mashed potatoes described like an old poetry book. Just tell me what showed up on the truck this morning.
Seriously? You think that was bad? Try living with him. Love you, honey. Mean it.
Bad Benatar on a 2 for Tuesday, 18 minutes after 7 o'clock. 62 for the high today, sunny, 38 degrees at Northeast PA's Classic Rock. It's Craft Beer Week and also a chance to play a game.
You were so excited.
Hey, look, Craft Beer Week's a wonderful week, but we're going to line that up with metal bands. Good morning, it's Prospector Show here on Rock 107. I'm Prospector.
And I'm Kate.
So we're going to just take a name of beer.
Okay.
And the name of a metal band, and we're just going to give them back and forth, and you just got to tell if it's a beer or a metal band, because we got tickets to see something cool.
Berserkus is coming to the Pavilion at Montage Mountain on Friday, August 28th, featuring Lamb of God, Black Label Society, Down, Suicidal Tendencies, and Zach Sabbath. And I feel like we thought this game was going to be super hard, but people were killing it.
So easy yesterday.
Oh, my God.
Craft beer or metal band works like this. I will give you names, so we'll play it for, fake here. You ready?
Okay.
Cannibal Corpse, craft beer or metal band?
Metal band.
Absolutely right. Arrogant Bastard, beer or metal band?
That's a beer because I like it.
Mastodon, beer or metal band?
Metal band.
Now, you only needed 2 out of 3. You got all 3.
I'm just good like that.
That's how easy this game is. We're going to give you a chance to win if you get on the rock lines right now. 1-888-ROCK-107, 1-888-762-5107. Give us a call. We'll get you to play for
Berserkus tickets
from Rock 107. Prospector Show on Rock 107. Good morning, I'm Prospector.
Good morning, I'm Kate.
23 minutes after 7, 38 degrees up to 62 today. Maybe crack a nice cold craft beer. It is Craft Beer Week after all.
Tasty.
So we're going to play craft beer or metal band. What are we playing for this morning?
We have tickets to Berserkus at Montage Mountain.
Getting onto the rock lines, Rock 107. Yo, who's this?
My name is Jen.
Jen, do you want to play craft beer or metal band for your chance to win tickets to see Berserkus at the Pavilion at Montage Mountain?
I do.
All right.
Are you a fan of beer and or metal?
Yes.
All right, so you got a shot at this then, right?
I hope so. I hope so. Fingers crossed.
2 out of 3 to win. It's just that simple. I'll give you a name. You tell me if it's a metal band or a beer. Ready?
Okay.
Municipal Waste, metal beer or metal band or craft beer?
Craft beer.
Oh,
no.
Kate's hurt because she likes that band.
I love that band. You should listen to them.
All right. You need these 2. Don't mess it up. You ready?
Okay. Yep.
Space Dust. Space Dust. Is that a beer or a band?
Craft beer.
Oh, we got one. Okay.
Last one. Acid Bath. Metal band or beer?
Metal band.
Yes!
Yeah, you pulled it off.
Yes.
Congrats, Jen.
I'm so excited.
Congrats, Jen. You're going to Berserkus Store, a winner from Rock 107.
She's going, and we have more chances to win.
Yes, we do for tomorrow.
Play a game tomorrow. And we'll have other tickets tomorrow that we legally can't tell you about yet because we'll get beaten with rocks.
Yeah, like legally.
But by noon today, you'll know what we're talking about. It's Puddle of Mud. It's 2 for Tuesday at Rock 107.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A woman from Oregon was just reunited with her cat 7 months after it went missing on a road trip in Texas. The injured cat was brought to a vet in Texas and identified by its microchip, but they didn't know how to return her home. That's when an online gaming friend jumped in and used airline miles to personally fly the cat back. The cat is now safely back with her owner and feeling much better.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
You know dating apps are in trouble when they stop asking humans to pick dates and they start handing the job over to robots.
Good morning. It's the Prospector Show on Rock 107.
Now, Bumble says people are burned out on swiping. Sick of it. They're sick of ghosting and fake profiles and trying to figure out if entrepreneur means owns a business or still owes his cousin $40 for a weed trimmer.
So now they're bringing in AI to help people find love, which honestly feels dangerous.
Yeah, if dating apps really want to help females, they should try to weed out the losers, and then they would offer anything from today's list of top 5 questions women wish dating apps would answer about potential guys. Here we go. Number 5, do all his passwords end with 69?
Top 5 questions women wish dating apps would answer about potential guys. Number 4, does he expect applause when he kicks his underwear into the clothing hamper?
Number 3, does he have a personalized license plate of his high school nickname?
Top 5 questions women wish dating apps would answer about potential guys. Number 2, does he have anyone in his friend group named Booger?
And the number 1 question women wish dating apps would answer about potential guys, does he work in radio? There you have it.
Prospector can be a little hot-headed. Sometimes he can be selfish. He labors to get through most social interactions.
Sometimes you can be kind of a jerk.
Today, he asked the question, am I a jerk? On Rock 107.
So, you know, Mother's Day, you take mom out. Or in my case, took my wife out and her daughter, my stepdaughter. Out Mother's Day. Let's have some fun. Let's have a little food and enjoy Mother's Day and celebrate Tara and all the wonderfulness that is Tara. We get to the restaurant, we order, and I say to the waitress, this is what I'd like, but I don't like Brussels sprouts. Can I not get the Brussels sprouts? Her response, I'm not bothering the chef with that. We're too busy. Well, now I'm PO'd. Because in my mind, removing something makes the chef's life easier. Just don't put it on the plate, saving you a step. She won't even ask. Nothing on the menu about no substitutions or any of that. Meal shows up. The Brussels sprouts are everywhere, like just some kind of greedy vegetable cancer ruining everything I'm eating. It's terrifying. I hate it. The whole plate tastes terrible. I barely touch it. The bill comes, it's $89. Now I'm still fuming. I leave a $9 tip. Does that make me a jerk?
Prospector, I'm saying, yeah, I was with you until that tip. That's crazy work.
This is what's called rewarding your attitude. So you give me the attitude, well, guess what? I'm in control of the pocketbook now, so those bills are so hard to get out. Well, let's find out what people are saying. Open mic on the Rock 107 app, calling and texting the Rock lines at 1-888-ROCK-107, and, of course, on social media.
Tina from your Twitter, Brussels sprouts contaminate everything. Once the juice touches the mashed potatoes, it's game over.
Correct. So I'm assuming that means I'm not a jerk.
Lost the plot there, Tina.
What?
I said she lost the plot.
She's right on the plot there. That's the whole point of why I didn't want him in the first place. Text it into the Rob lines. Rob says $9 on $80 and cheap is cheap. You still got service. She didn't throw the plate at you. You're a jerk.
She's got a point.
Yeah, okay.
Kelly from your Instagram. If they're that busy, why argue? Just sell the kitchen, hold the sprouts, and move on. Not a jerk.
Thank you very much. On to the Rock lines. Am I a jerk? Rock 107.
I think you overtipped.
I did too much here. It should have been less than 10%.
The problem is everybody thinks it's expected now. The tip is on your service. If you have a great server, then you better not be a cheap ass and you better tip well. If you have somebody that says what they said to you about a meal you ordered, get out of town.
And again, this would all be different if there was something on the menu that said we're using a limited menu, no substitutions, blah, 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 as happened to me on Saturday night when I said, okay, let me just order something else and it was good to go. But I'm too busy. I'm not bothering the chef with that. Oh, yeah, don't bother the guy cooking my meal with how I want it cooked. Fine.
Dave from your Instagram. Some restaurants have pre-plated meals for holidays. I kind of get why they didn't want changes. You're a jerk.
Okay, Dave, if that's the case, then you put it on the menu like they did at the place I was at Saturday night, for crying out loud.
You got to calm down.
I'm getting jacked up over this. Texted in the rock lines, the I'm not bothering the chef line would have annoyed me too. That sounds rude. You're definitely not a jerk.
Steve from our TikTok, you're both jerks.
What?
She was dismissive, and you took it out on her with the tip.
Yeah, because that's my job as a customer, to show the tip shows you how you did. You know? And look, routinely, my baseline is 25%. We're down at 10. That's how mad I was about this. I usually tell people, you can kick me and I'm still giving you 15. That's how mad I am. On to the, well, I was going to say the rock lines, but this was texted in as an audio message.
Which is cool.
I didn't even know we could do this.
Hi, Prospector. I just want to say, no, you're not a jerk. Being a waitress is customer service, and service is based off of performance, and she couldn't even be bothered to ask the chef a simple question. And unfortunately, when you do a poor job, you get a poor tip.
That's right.
Lori,
It's called supply and demand, right?
Lori from your Facebook, I'm laughing because Brussels sprouts really do infect the whole plate like a chemical leak, not a jerk.
Texted into the rock lines, Chris says Mother's Day restaurant workers are fighting for survival. Read the room and eat around it. That sounds like Chris says I'm a jerk.
Yeah, I'm with Chris.
Yeah.
Beth from your Facebook, not a jerk. Leaving something off is easier than adding something. I feel like...
Thank you for getting it, Beth.
I feel like we're not answering the question if you're a jerk because the tip was so bad. I feel like we're losing it here.
But she's not a jerk. Leaving something off the plate's easier than adding it. In other words, it's so easy it should have just been done. That's why I'm not a jerk. She's answering the question. I'm with her on this one. Going to the rock lines, Rock 107. What do you think? Does this whole thing make me a jerk?
Prospector, no way you're not a jerk this time.
I am not a jerk, huh?
You're not you know who this is, right?
No, who is it?
This is Rich.
Rich, who always calls me a cheap jerk.
Good. But you're not a jerk.
Not a jerk this time, although I might still be cheap in Rich's opinion. We'll see.
And then Rick from your Facebook, I'm not bothering the chef is crazy wording. That alone would have set me off.
And the question today of am I a jerk for when the waitress says, I'm not bothering the chef with that. We're too busy, when I asked her not to include Brussels sprouts on my plate. Then I got the meal with Brussels sprouts, which ruined everything. So I tipped her $9 on an $89 bill. The answer, according to you, Northeast PA, and I got to say I'm a little shocked by this.
Me too.
Overwhelmingly, like 82% of you say, no, I am not a jerk. Woohoo!
Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather around the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yambag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
There are certain decisions toddlers probably shouldn't be making for themselves, like bedtime, taxes, and permanent body art. Police in Kentucky say a woman was arrested after allegedly giving a tattoo to a toddler. Investigators reportedly became aware of the situation after photos of the tattoo began circulating online. According to authorities, the woman admitted she tattooed the child, but allegedly claimed the toddler wanted it, which is a defense that immediately falls apart the second you remember toddlers also want to eat crayons and lick shopping carts. Police say the child was examined after the incident, and investigators move forward with charges connected to unlawful tattooing and child-related offenses.
Nominee number 2.
A man was arrested for DWI, droning while intoxicated. A 34-year-old man in Florida named Richard Carpenter was operating a drone around 12:20 a.m. last Monday when he intentionally buzzed a parked car with it. A guy was in that car and his window was down at the time, so he called police because the drone's spinning blades were just too close for comfort. The police showed up and Richard admitted he was flying the drone in that direction because he thought the guy was following him since he saw the car in several different locations. The victim said he was stopping in the area because he's a delivery driver. Police smelled alcohol on Richard and he seemed hammered. Officially, Richard was charged with burglary and assault. That's because in addition to the drone nonsense, Richard also reached inside the guy's vehicle and tried to wrestle his phone away from him.
And the winner is...
the woman who allegedly tattooed a toddler because the child, quote, wanted it, end quote. That shouldn't be how any of this works. You're the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. That's your Prospector Prime Coats podcast, the stuff we're legally allowed to replay. Thanks for listening. And remember, if you want the full experience, the stuff that almost gets us in trouble with the boss, you got to wake up with us. Weekday morning starting at 5:30 on Rock 107.